That's vital context. So speaking of Arthur Clennam, let's track his quest through this corrupt world. He comes home after 20 years, and he's haunted by this feeling that his family business did something wrong, that someone was grievously deceived, injured, ruined.
Arthur is looking for truth in a world that is built on lies. And his biggest obstacle, right away, is his own mother.
Mrs. Clennam. She's this terrifying figure described as an old Egyptian sculpture of coldness. She has literally locked herself away, and she wards Arthur off with all this chilling talk of inexorable justice.
Her self-imprisonment is driven by this ironclad, maybe guilty, conscience. She uses justice to rationalize her past actions and to stop Arthur from digging up a truth that she doesn't want found.
And while Arthur is looking for this internal truth, we meet a figure of pure external evil, Rigaud. He also goes by Blandois.
The self-proclaimed cosmopolitan gentleman. He's got the intense black hair, the earrings, the red sash with a knife in it. He's pure, unfiltered villainy.
He's accused of murdering his wives, but claims she threw herself over a cliff after they argued about money.
And we see him through the eyes of his cellmate, Cavaletto, who is just terrified of him. Rigaud is the shadow that hangs over everything, the threat of violence and blackmail just under the surface of polite society.
And this leads us to another kind of internal prison, pride. We see this with the Meagles family and their adopted daughter, Taddy Coram. She runs away and is taken in by the mysterious Miss Wade.
Miss Wade is a brilliant study in self-inflicted misery. Her prison is entirely psychological. She grew up an orphan and felt so patronized that she developed this immense wounded pride. She even says, "I never wanted them to like me."
That pride becomes her cage. She rejects any kindness because she sees it as an insult. She especially scorns the simple, practical kindness of Mr. Meagles.
Yes, she's so determined to feel unique and wronged that she pushes away anyone who tries to connect with her. Her pride makes happiness impossible.
Okay, so here's where the threads start to connect in a really disturbing way. You have a painter, Henry Gowan, who marries Pet Meagles against her father's wishes, and he becomes friends with the obvious villain, Blandois, a.k.a. Rigaud. Why would he do that? Why champion a man who is so clearly a monster?
Because Gowan is a disappointed man. He sees himself as a superior person who has failed, and he resents successful, conventional people like Mr. Meagles.
So by championing a rogue like Blandois,
He's acting out of spite. It's a cynical act of rebellion against the world he feels rejected him. He's cementing his role as an outsider.
and that brings us full circle back to the Marshalsea, where we see Panks, the rent collector, start to change.
Yes, his snorting, energetic nature starts to turn toward genuine human concern. We see him secretly going into the Marshalsea, not to collect rent, but to give charity.
The sources mention him buying 5 gallons of ale and a bushel of shrimps for the prisoners.
Which is just this absurd, deeply confusing act for people who only know him as this harsh businessman. It's the first hint that he's driven by a moral energy that will eventually try to fix the damage done by Myrtle's crash.
He's trying to reverse the financial rot he helped promote.
Exactly.